Hi everybody, welcome to our channel again from usaminimotors and Minimotors NYC. Right now, what we're going to do is to show you the promised video of removing the headset right here. I know it's been a while, but because we have to create this tool from scratch to open this up, so always get the right tools for the job. So let's just remove this. Right, so how do we open this up? It's relatively simple. What you're gonna do is just remove the E-clip right here. All you have to do is get yourself a small little flathead, and you'll be able to remove it by pushing it downwards. So all you have to do is just push it downwards, and you'll just slide out like that. All right. If you take a look at this E-clip right here, you can't lose this. This is very important. So once I remove this E-clip, all you have to do is just remove the pin right here by pushing it out. Just like that, simple. Right, so just put this aside. Now, before you remove this, always remember to use your hand to hold onto the clamp first, because if you remove this without holding the clamp on, it's gonna be a spring action. It's gonna spring out like that. So just hold it and then pull it out. Simple as that. Right, so just leave this aside. Right, so now we have the assembly done. So in order to remove this, we're going to use our specially made tool to remove this thing here. So put the castle nut by turning this counterclockwise. So what we're going to do is we're going to get some support. Alright, so if you're going to be turning counterclockwise, you're going to need support here as well, because if not, this thing's going to spin around freely. So just put the support here, and then we will be loosening the nut from here. Just so you know, we have removed this prior to this video, so it's easier for us to remove this. But for first timer, you're going to need a lot of effort just to remove this. So always remember to use the right tool. If you need help, go to your nearest Minimotors service center. They will have the tool to do it for you. So don't worry about it. Right, so now that I have removed this, you have to remove the second one. So same thing, same tool. We'll put this in, and we'll just loosen this up. Support the motor, because when you remove this nut, the motor is just going to slide down like that. So always remember to support the motor before you remove this, so it makes it easier for you. To do is just unscrew this, and voila, it's up. Right, now before you do anything, always remember to remove the bearing support. This thing is really thin. You don't want it to be scraping along the thread. You want to keep the thread as pristine as possible. Just remove this. Right now, so you can start taking this out. Just be careful with the wires. Do it slowly, wiggle it, and it's just going to drop out like this. These are the new improved pressure bearings. They are capable of taking massive weight of clamps. So you can clamp this down real hard, real tight. The bearing is still going to hold. Unlike the previous Dualtron model, this is definitely improved. It's sealed, so it's waterproof. You shouldn't be getting any rusting here. But always remember to put a layer of grease on it, so that makes things easier for you in future. It helps. It also prevents water from going in here as well. And as for the motor, if you can take a look at this, now you don't have to worry about a bottom bolt. You don't have to worry about the dowel pin, which always breaks off. This whole thing is now one piece and it's dead straight. So if it's dead straight, you don't have to worry about that. Your dowel, the previous model with the dowel pin, always broken, where you get this not fully aligned to the wheel. Now you don't have that issue. When guys like to go off-road, they always break the bottom bolt. You don't have that issue anymore, because it's now all in one solid piece with the bearing support and everything molded in here. And if you notice, the thread here are definitely coarser, much more coarser than the previous one, which is really fine, so that it's really easy to strip. This is now so much better. It's more rigid. So basically, it's a very simple thing. It's just one piece like that with 2 castle nuts, and that's all. So it's easy to remove. It's easy to put it back. Definitely be able to do at home. Simple. So let's just put this back now, and you'll be able to see how easy it is. As you can see here, compared to the previous Dualtron, this thing used to be smaller than the bearing, so it's not exactly sitting flush. But right now, this new thing sits flush with the inner diameter of the bearing. So even if your bearing is loose, you don't get the wobbliness that you experienced on previous Dualtron models. So this is really sturdy. You don't have to worry about anything. So even if it's loose, it's not rocking loose, you know, it's just slight, because they are all machined nicely and it sits flush together. So you don't have to worry about things getting broken. You don't have to worry about very rocky, stem wobbly and stuff like that. Nah, you don't have that issue anymore. Put the castle nut in, it's time to tighten it, same thing. Get yourself a rubber mallet and then put a support right here so that you can tighten this thing. Alright, as you can see, no matter how hard I tighten it up, it's still free. So this is a major improvement, because it used to be bad. If you over tighten the crown, it's either you get stripped here on the headset, which you have to replace the whole suspension unit, or you're gonna have that auto centering feel, as if the bearing latches on each other, because that proves that the bearing is already broken because of over clamping. So from the previous model, you can never tighten it to the right way, to the right strength, where you want this to be free, but at the same time you don't want this to be loose, you know. So this is definitely a much better improvement, if you can see here. So I've already tightened this part. Just remember to put in Loctite. Reason why we're gonna do it is because we're gonna open it up later again. So just remember to use red Loctite, because you want this nut to be here as long as they can. Get this with the slanted side facing upwards and put it in like that, so they sit flat together. Just like this. So same thing, support it and tighten it. Alright, now this is done. So everything looks good, everything is smooth, everything is stable. So just check, it should be loose like that, you know. And always use the right tool to open this. This tool right here is custom made. And as for sizes like that, as a custom nut tool, it's difficult to find sizes like that. So if you can find it, it's good for you. Else if not, you have to get a tool. You have to get a tool like that. And a tool like this actually keeps the castle nut in one piece. So it looks as smooth as new when you remove it. It looks as smooth as new when you put it back in. So now let's just put it back. So how to put this back in? Just slide this through. When I put the pin back, just remember to put back the E-clip right here. And use a needle nose plier. Just clip it back. Okay. Just like that. So there you have it. And assembled and disassembled. It's set. So one thing is you don't have to worry about this thing coming loose because you have the clamp here holding it up for you. And it's a double locking system, so it's going to be very sturdy. And like I said, it's flush with the bearing inside, so there is no way to cause that kind of a free play, which makes things even worse compared to the previous one. So overall, this is really a major improvement, and the quality has definitely improved on this. Other than that, I think that this is a good thing because you're not gonna have an alignment fault like that. Everything is gonna be straight the way it is. No matter how many times you crash it, this thing is gonna be very, very reliable. So, thank you for watching our channel again. Do remember to subscribe us on USA Minimotors or Minimotors NYC YouTube channel, and do also follow us on our social media, and we'll come out with more juicy content in the future. See you guys.